Assalamu alaikum and welcome. You're watching Real English News along with your host Sharif Vikram Yamani. Let's have a look on today's top headlines. Petrol prices may fall by ₹1 a litre before Diwali. YS again reaches Rajahmundry and road to Vizag. Gold smugglers arrested in Kurnool, 16 kgs of gold seized. Cyclone Hudhud, Chandrababu Naidu reprimands agencies for failing to prove and provide swift relief. 4-year-old girl who fell in borewell in Manchal dies today. 12 Pakistani Rangers killed in a recent firing between the troops along the borders, that is, border security forces. Let's have a look on headlines in details. Petrol prices are posted to fall into the 15th month low before Diwali, and state firms plan to cut retain by about ₹1 a litre because the global oil market in a bear phase, with the Brent crude dropping more than 20% since its June peak. Government and industry so sad that the government, which regulates retail prices of diesel, is also considering cutting diesel prices as retailers are getting over ₹3 per litre more than the rates of the markets. The cabinet on June 2010 federal and freed petrol from price control and took in principle decision to deregulate diesel prices in an opportune time. In January last year, the government allowed state-run oil marketing firm to raise diesel rates in a small monthly doses of around 50 paisa per litre until pump prices are aligned with market. The oil ministry is awaiting the decision of higher authorities before the matter is taken to the cabinet. According to the sources, it was seen that the demand of the petroleum product in Western countries jumped during the winter season due to a sudden rise in energy demand for heating. Expressing the anger over the difference is not being given quick enough in addressing the situation in the aftermath of the cyclone Hudhud. Here, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Mr. N. Chandrababu Naidu today said everyone must get their act right to provide expedition relief to affected people. Naidu also told to the reporters that has directed all agencies concerned to attend a meeting here on Tuesday night. Well, without a fail and observe that telecom operators fail to take adequate precautions to prevent failures of service, which has inconvenience to the people. Let's have a look on this report.
అదే మాదిరిగా 3 కేజీలు పొటాటో, 2 కేజీలు ఆనియన్, 1 లీటర్ వచ్చి మన పామ్ ఆయిల్, అర్ధ కేజీ కారం, అర్ధ కేజీ ఉప్పు, ఒక ప్యాకెట్ అందరికి పెద్దవాళ్ళు కూడా అపార్ట్మెంట్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళకు కూడా ఇచ్చేస్తున్నా. ఎవరికి
Leader of opposition in AP Assembly, YS Jagan Mohan Reddy, has reached Rajahmundry and rode to Visakhapatnam meet the cyclone attached people. He is going to the battered places in Visakhapatnam, Vizhangaram, Srikakulam district. He will oversee relief and rehabilitation measures, meet the affected families and help them get faster relieved. As the cyclone has left a trail of destruction, Jagan has called upon party cadre to connect with the people and help them in getting the faster as aid. I'm a bit harsh with the agencies here. I told telephone services providers also. It should come by evening, not just coming. The behavior is also good. I have given a warning. For that matter, I have given a warning to all. I have gone to the extent, says Mr. Mohan Reddy. None should misunderstand me. If anyone does not come for my meeting, I said, we will send police. That is the order I have given. According to a report, says Jagan Mohan Reddy. Cyclone Hudhud, which made our landfall in Port City on Sunday, wreaked havoc, leaving it paralyzed and causing extensive damage. Naidu said the agencies, including telephone service providers, should try the offer, help the people who are in the distress. It is a question of service. People are in trouble and in distress. It is our duty to do our best. By evening, telephone operators should have given a list and a tower not function. Why they did not function, whether they did not function because of inefficiency, negligence or reason beyond their control, Mohan said. Replying to a query, Naidu said the service provider did not take adequate precaution to prevent failures of service. Top news of the day, where a 4-year-old girl who accidentally fell in an open borewell at an agriculture field in Telangana's Rangareddy district on October 12th was found dead in the afternoon. Police said the decomposed body of Grija was located at a depth of 45 feet deep inside the borewell in the water, and efforts were retrieved, they said. The girl's body has been located inside the holes and we are trying to take it out. The body was located through a camera at around 3 p.m. today, according to the ACP of Ibrahimpatnam Division. The body is in a decomposed condition. After conducting post-mortem, the body will be handed over to the family's member. The mishap occurred on Sunday morning on the outskirts of Manchalla village of Ibrahimpatnam in Rangareddy, when Grija accidentally fell inside the open bore well while playing, when her grandparents were working in the field. Massive rescue operation continued for the third consecutive day today to locate the girl. The area around the borewell was dug, reach out to her. Oxygen was also pumped into the hole. Police and revenue officials, besides a team of NDRF, fire, geologists and members of coal mines company Singarina Collieries were involved in the massive rescue operation. The nearly 300 feet deep borewell was dug around 6 months back. Though it did not yield water, it was left abandoned and uncovered. Due to a cover of bushes on the ground, it was difficult to make out if there was a borewell, the police said. Manchalla police said Inspector P. Jagdishwar said they already registered a case of negligence under the relevant section of IPC against the owner of the land. Kurnool police have arrested 3 persons and seized 16 kgs of being smuggled this morning. While a routine frisking of the vehicle, 2 inspectors, Babu Prasad has grouped for 16 kg of gold in an Indica in the possession of 3 persons. As they did not show any receipt or proof for the gold, the police arrested them. Police have launched investigation to find out where this gold is being brought. Police are warning passengers not to communicate with a high amount of cash and gold. Let's have a look on this report. The border security forces have killed as many as dozens Pakistani Rangers, including one officer, while injuring the personnel of Pakistani army due to the recent exchange of the fire between the troops of the 2 countries along the borders, according to an official familiar with the matter, he said. The casualty toll is, however, uncorroborated. There is no way to confirm it. But BSF believes that they have killed a dozen Pakistani Rangers since October 2nd night in the firing across the border, which includes an officer, a government official said, emphasizing that the BSF has inflicted serious damage across the border. In a letter to the United Nations, Pakistan has said it has suffered 12 civilian casualties, 52 civilians and 9 injured military persons on its sides. We believe there are major differences in BSF response to this time for earlier occasions was the sheer volume of fire opened by them. Let's have a look on today's sports news. Atlantico will be our toughest rival, says John Abraham. Riding high on his team's first win against Kerala Blasters in the opening match, John Abraham, co-owner of Northeast United football coach, believes that Atlantico de Kolkata ATK will be their toughest opponents in the Indian Super League. Narendra Modi charms balls over Asian medalists. Flooded by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in formal demeanor and a motivating speech, Asian Games medalists could not stop gushing about the leader after a breakfast meeting with him or here on Tuesday. Tickets for Delhi first ISL game sold out. A sell-out crowd is expecting to be in attendance at the capital's Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium as Delhi Dynamo's host FC Pune City in the Indian Super League here on Tuesday. ISL will answer critics in due course of time, AIFF director. With critics swimming the Indian Super League as any other big budget sporting event bearing to the impact on national football, the All Indian Football Federation, that is AIFF director, called Gautam Khar on Tuesday, said that the competition itself will answer back in due course of time. Akshar Patel added to Indian ODI T20 squad. That left arm spinner Akshar Patel was on Tuesday named in the Indian squad for remaining 2 one-days against the West Indies, and was also picked in the 14-strong team announced for the one-off 2020 against the Caribbeans. Let's have a look on today's stock market. Sensex for today stands with 26,349.33 with minus 0.1%. Whereas Nifty for today stands with 7,864 with minus 0.06%. Let's have a look on today's gold and silver rates as per Malabar Golds. According to Malabar Golds, today's gold rates, that is 14th of October, Tuesday, are as follows. For 22 carats of gold for 10 grams, it's rupees 26,666. Whereas for 24 carats of gold for 10 grams, it's rupees 27,560. Silver rates for today for 10 grams, it's rupees 410. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast of 6 regions of Telangana state. Hyderabad, minimum temperature 22 degrees Celsius and maximum 34 degrees Celsius. Karimnagar, minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius and maximum 34 degrees Celsius. Mehboob-Nagar, minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius and maximum 35 degrees Celsius. Nizamabad, minimum temperature 21 degrees Celsius and maximum 35 degrees Celsius. Medak, minimum temperature 22 degrees Celsius and maximum 34 degrees Celsius. Whereas today's minimum temperature stands of Khammam district as 25 degrees Celsius and maximum 35 degrees Celsius. Headlines once again. Petrol prices may fall by rupees 1 a litre before Diwali. YS again reaches Rajahmundry and road to Vizag. Gold smugglers arrested in Kurnool, 16 kgs of gold seized. Cyclone Hudhud, Chandrababu Naidu reprimands agencies for failing to prove and provide swift relief. 4-year-old girl who fell in borewell in Manchal dies today. 12 Pakistani Rangers killed in a recent firing between the troops along the borders, that is, border security forces. That's all in this newscast for today. Keep watching Real English News. This is your host Sharif Ikram Yamani. Sign off for today. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.